The transfer window is something that excites every fan all around the world. We look forward to the players our clubs buy and hoping they'll sell some players we don't really like every season. The here we go of Fabrizio Romano is something every fan wants to see with the latest acquisition. Right now, Throughball is looking at some of the latest transfers, players that are coming in, how they affect their teams. Without further ado, here we go. Good evening. This is a True Football podcast, and I'm Toby Peter, and I have with me, of course, official High Q, also known as Timmy Lane. So let him say one or two to the fans.
Hello, everybody. How you doing today? It's great to be here again to talk about football and talk about what it makes us all excited and makes us happy. So yeah, let's dive into it.
Oh, that's very good. Like I said before, I mean, it's the transfer window, and we are always looking at players our club is bringing in. Let's focus a little bit on the Premier League. Now, let's look at the team Manchester United for today. Going to last season going to last season, it was very clear that Man United needed reinforcements in attack. And they took care of that. They brought in Benjamin Sesko, they brought in Brian Obemo, they brought in um, Matthias Cunha, and we saw the lift in attack that they got. But in getting all those goals, to me, they lost Casemiro in midfield. And it was very clear that Man United would need some additions in midfield. They brought in the Belgian guy, Tillemans, but that guy is more of a controller in midfield and more of an eight. Yes. And then they brought in, of course, Andre Santos. He's a six. Yes, he's tidy on the balls, a playmaker. He can also win the balls. But you always felt that Man United needed somebody in the mold of Casemiro who could tackle, who could win the ball, who could do all of these things. And Man United were in the news for Kone. It didn't happen. We even discussed it, on our last episode about Miles Lewis Skelly, which didn't look like it's going to happen now because of the news that we have that Baleba is here for Man United. Now, to give you a breakdown of who Baleba is this young Cameroonian midfielder who is athletic, who can run, who can take shots, who can control the game, who can make tackles, is everything. Is a very, very young Casemiro, with engine on him is that good. But that's not just where everything stops. Man United were in for Casemiro some seasons back, maybe last season or the one before last, I think. And what stopped Man United from getting Carlos Baleba was Man United over 100 million to what do you call it now? To Brighton and Hove Albion, which is a sparing club, and they felt that he was worth more than that. Plus, they weren't even going to sell. I'm sure that Brighton were banking on him having a good season, but he didn't have that. He had a terrible season, and now they're going to sell him for less than that, between 60 million to 70 million. So my first question before we talk about Carlos Baleba, do you think Brighton made a terrible business decision? Bear in mind that it was his breakout year. He was 1 year younger. He was very young, and perhaps they thought he could grow because of his age and the quality he showed in his first breakout season.
Well, first, no, I don't think they had bad business. He's young, they buying. If they bought how much they buying. They're selling him for about 60 to 70 million. You're missing out on 100 million. That's just like 30 million or 40 million loss. It's still a gain for them. So yeah, they don't mind. They kept him because they felt he could utilize him. He was good. He was young. It was his first year. And they felt maybe he could have done more and probably been sold for higher. But what's well, nothing that doesn't do anything to Brighton, doesn't kill them, makes them happy. They cashed in on Valeba and it's good business for them.
All right, a good business for for Brighton and Hove Albion. Now let's go to the player, Carlos Baleba. Like I said before, Carlos Baleba is a sixth defensive midfielder and he's quick, he's athletic without repeating ourselves. Now Man United have gotten a player in a replacement of Casemiro. Last season, Man United finished third. This season, Man United want to do very well because they're in the Champions League, they're in the Carabao Cup, they're in the FA Cup. They want to finish higher than the pitch last season. They also want to do very well in Europe. I'm not thinking Man United even think that they would win the Champions League. I'm not thinking they even think like that. I'm thinking they just want to do well, get out of the league phase into the next phase, perhaps get into the quarterfinals. If they get a semi-final ticket, I think that'll be such an amazing run. But I'm sure that they are level-headed to some degree, and they know that it's not going to be easy. So here's the question: the Man United finishing third last season, and do you feel that having addressed the midfield problem, Man United is good to compete in the league? And if so, if not, what do Man United need to do to compete in the league? Remember, I didn't tell you if Man United is going to win the title, if they're going to compete for the title.
No, I don't think Manchester United can compete for the Premier League title this season. So this is going to be a full season that Michael Carrick is finally being slotted into, and all eyes are on Carrick. Especially me. I want to see what Carrick wants to do this season. This is a full-time job now. This is not caretaker job or anything. This is a job. This is your team, and it's the one building it. You can't do transfers. You can't make any excuses to build up in pace. Can Manchester United compete? No. It's Manchester City. It's still Liverpool. No, Manchester United right now. They are in all competitions. I think what Carrick is thinking about is squad depth. Squad depth. Trying to increase his squad depth. Trying to have enough players to go around for the FA Cup, for the Carabao Cup, for the Premier League, and for the Champions League. Because it's in all competition right now. There's a competition or competitions Michael Carrick should be focusing on, and Manchester United can win to be the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup. If they want to target any other team past that one, Michael Carrick won't key is here. I didn't want to say is here. So me no tram. He no even tram at all. Me no even think win by. Me won't compete for league. Vale waiting, vale va. By smart children, I'm not from Tilemas, which I would say is the mature and more experienced player. And Santos was not even staying to the Chelsea. All of the bench for my. Buying that can replace him player. It's not can player that your rivals will be looking at and be scared. Nope. I'm getting Tillemans. Tillemans is finished.
No, he is not.
That's what you're telling me. Tillemans is finished. When I saw that transfer, man, you buy Tillemans and man, you fast celebrating or trying to analyze what Tillemans can see. Tillemans no they give anything. No. Tillemans is a finished product. But anything Michael Carrick feel like if he use or get out of him, his own business and his own choice. The time Arsenal was chasing Tillemans, when Tillemans was see Tillemans now. Who see they look Tillemans? That transfer shocked me. Gone. That's what another do. I'm looking at Michael Carrick as a suspect this season. Because the transfer he has made this season not the kind of transfers you make if you want to win titles. Silly wait. Now you bought Tillemans, you bought Andrew Santos and Abel. How many leave no? Manchester United should try targeting for the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup. Finish one in the league. Try and finish again in the top four. It's very important because now you have Chelsea, you have Arsenal, you have Liverpool, you have Manchester City, you have Manchester United. 5 teams. You still have a Newcastle, who they are very stupid. There's another Aston Villa. At least they're trying. There is way again. Brighton, who always show that Roman 6 and 7 finish and stop. Come on, you just try and claim it's been in the top 4. You understand on that top 4, it's a big good season you finish like that. Try and win one title, earn the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup. And don't get knocked out in the group stage of Champions League. Yeah. That'll be a perfect season for Carly. Job now. Any other thing below that? How long? I won't lie, I'm expecting this video.
Now, I could put it to you that Man United finished third last season.
I
That
don't know that.
yes, and therefore you could be expecting an improvement on that. So, for example, Man United finishing second this season. Why are you laughing? This is not a possibility. If you finish third, the general bid
So once they finish third, the positions are increasing. No.
My question is, I won't finish third. Psychology of the human mind. If you've done, if you've done good, shouldn't you be looking at targeting the an improvement in where you were before?
Oh, improvements. What you want to look at why Manchester United didn't go that third place page in first place. Chelsea were not paying up. But they were not doing it. That is the only reason Manchester United got a third place page. The only reason Manchester United got that third place finish is because Chelsea and Liverpool were not doing well. For this season, it's a very different story entirely. That is why they can't finish higher.
No, second Barrow. So Arsenal win league, Man U finish second. But Man U won the Paul Arsenal Cup.
Carrick to who? Carrick to Alonso. Or Carrick to Maresca? No. Carrick to come in here to come and watch.
Before I go into my next question, I wanted to bring you up on something. When Carrick started to have his run and he was winning games, I kept saying to people, I said that on social media, I said to friends, I think I said to everyone who knows that Carrick is like Carlo Ancelotti in the way in which he coaches it, in the way in which he.
I feel this is disrespect.
Wait, let me
Carrick is like
let me finish first. I said Carrick was like Carlo Ancelotti in the way he composed himself on the touchline, the way in which he set up his team, the flexibility he gives his team, and the solidity he has in the way he wants to deny the opponents of the ball. At least when he first started out in the first couple of games, they're very compact and they break quickly. They're fluid in attack, and so those things I saw. Now, a couple of weeks later, towards the ending, Casemiro in an interview with Rio Ferdinand. Rio Ferdinand asked him, "Can you describe Carrick?" That was the question he was asked. Can you describe him? And his answer was, he said, "How can I say this?" Paraphrasing, he said, "Carrick he's a type of Ancelotti," and then he goes on to say, "He's very calm. He he has very good manner managing skills. He will lay it into you. He will tell you when you're wrong, but naturally he knows when to do it and when not to do it, and he's always making the right decisions." When you see a manager like that, that does not mean he hasn't made wrong decisions, because no one is perfect. But when you see a manager like that that has these qualities with the great Ancelotti, he's not there yet, but he shares some similarities in traits. I can see a man who can manage, he seemed to be able to manage pressure. You saw his team come back a lot of times last season. Isn't it possible that there are ingredients there for Michael Carrick to shock people this season? Because already I said something. I said that, and I've seen, I think I watched one or two games in preseason, but I haven't really sat down to watch them. That Carrick is coming up with something very new this season, which we're going to see. That's one. Two, that I think that Carrick he has the ingredient to be one of the best managers in the game. And we will see a very dangerous man during the season. Now, I haven't analyzed all that I've analyzed, and I haven't heard all the things that Casemiro said, and another couple of other players have said about the manager. And you remember Casemiro has also played under Carlo Ancelotti. Doesn't that make you think that Michael Carrick could pull a surprise in the season?
No, never. I don't know why man does different. But no matter what, I never even saw anything special what Carrick was doing last season. I will keep telling people he's only doing this because the other teams are not doing well. So I need to see the other teams do well. Then if he does well, I give him the kudos that he deserves and I say an excellent manager. But if he do well, another team are not doing well, that is not That's not a level playing ground for us to judge.
Chelsea was not doing well. They finished terribly. They didn't even get to Europe. Why were not doing well? They finished outside of the top. They finished outside of the top 4. Come on now.
The counter to your argument will be that he's not the one who's to make
Yes,
the other
he's not,
teams
I'm
do
not
well.
telling you he's the one to blame.
His job
I'm telling you that
is to perform.
teams will compete this time around with mine. There were no eyes on Carrick last season.
Can I ask you a question?
When Michael Carrick came into Manchester United, people were just like, people didn't care. People had been like, oh, what does this want to do?
No, people actually thought he would lose his games.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Nobody expected anything from Carrick. Nobody put that on Carrick. Nobody cared. Opposite. Like, what do you guys want to do? They know this now. This is the first time. But yes, it's been some surprises. It's a normal thing. In life, people who don't expect for teams form, or people who don't expect things from, and don't always pull surprises. No one is like expecting. Oh, how many they start disappointing? So now that Man United fans are really expecting and feeling like they will be gunning for something, and they tell you, say, man, they do anything. Above second finish. If they got that top 4 finish, they should be thanking God. And man, if they finish in top 4 this season, that is coming. If they see top 4, they should thank God.
All right, so this is a true football podcast, and so we are putting this on words on marble. What will happen if Michael Carrick here now before the season starts? If Michael Carrick should finish second or should win the league?
I love what you say. I'm laughing in Spanish. Rodri, teach me something. Oh my God. ¿Cómo estaba? No. ¿Cómo estás? Oh, God, I'm bad in Spanish. But I'm just telling you, like, it can happen. All right. No. Like, in my own eyes, though. So, even Amy and title.
So you had it here.
4 competitions.
You had
Like, Man U are now in 4 competitions and they're going to win the league. Man U was not playing anything now. Did Man U play in Europe last season?
no, they didn't play.
No, they were not now. There's a lot of reasons and excuses I can make to why they finished.
Arsenal are the go ahead, finish sir.
But this season, there's no point with that kind of excuse. Everybody is reinforcing.
Arsenal are the reference point. They're the pinnacle. They're what you used to manage because there's no City that dominated and gave us the template for what the season would look like.
Because they look at you like you feel like Manchester United will then come from nowhere
No,
and unsolve somebody.
no. I know. So Arsenal are the reference point. They are the bar. Arsenal are the bar that we'll be looking at. But I feel that as good as Arsenal are, I think that someone who could give them a run for their money this season could be Man United. Because Arsenal are there and are settled. And I still feel very much like that. And I want
You feel like this? Is it because you're a Manchester United fan?
Nope.
Oh, you are saying something me I'm not saying.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel
It's like I'm going to climb on a mountain
I feel
that I can see.
I feel that when you look at the managers we have, it's just like Alonso at Chelsea. If everything goes well, he'll do very well at Chelsea. If everything goes according to plan. Now, when you look at Michael Carrick and you look at the fact that 2 seasons ago with Man United, their problem was attack, which they addressed to some degree. Of course, they need to still get another striker. This season, the major challenge was midfield, which it looks like they've settled. So they're kind of a balanced team. Now, if the team is balanced, remember that
Dance with babies and old cargo.
remember that the team, Manchester United, plays a brand of football that is different from almost everybody in the Premier League. Now, if it's just like you remember Argentina plays a brand of football that's different from the rest of the world. Now, this football is very inventive. Relationism. It allows the players to think outside the box, and when you play like this, when you play in a way that is different from the rest of the entire league, that gives you an advantage, no matter what. And so you have a manager who's coming up with his players, and they're going to be playing differently from everybody. That I feel gives them an advantage going to the season, and because they brought in young players in midfield. Of course, the Bruno Fernandes is still around. And if you have this security in the team, and you have someone like Andre Santos playing the way he can play, and you have Baleba in midfield, of course they're young, of course they make mistakes, of course this is going to happen. But more often than not, Man United will get results if they play very well. And if that happens, then you see a team that would do better than they did last season. Because the team was imperfect last season when he had what he did. Now, if they play the way they play, just imagine if someone plays in a very unique manner, similar, someone plays in a very unique way, different from everybody, he's going to give everybody trouble. And almost all of the league play in a certain kind of way.
But what's different now? But everybody already knows what Carrick is playing. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But
Carrick
every
said-
me,
Yes.
you didn't know. It was the surprise package he brought. But now, there are no surprises Carrick is bringing. I haven't seen his transfer deals. There's no surprise. There's no player that is fantastic. On one player, somebody will look and be like, oh my God, you bought Tillemans. I'm very disappointed in that signing.
I have a different opinion with you on Tillemans, on Baleba, and on
Tillemans.
yes. I think that Tillemans is a very good player.
Where was Tillemans playing?
Aston Villa.
Hey, Tillemans.
So that's that. You still insist that
People.
you said Man United wouldn't do so well.
Like, they won't do. I didn't say they won't do well like that, but I'm just trying to tell you that they won't get that second finish you're dreaming of.
All right.
Or that winning of the Premier League that imagine. Michael Carrick. So, yay! See now, to do one use. See, go down appear. Boom! Win league. I think they go sack Ateta. Now, me go even find Ateta, I go flog my mama. I go flog him, mama.
When Jose Mourinho came, when Jose Mourinho,
Bruce Leaf.
when Jose Mourinho came,
This guy.
when Jose Mourinho came to Premier League,
We think that
he met
I bet that's different. That
as you seen.
it was a special run. And I'd already won the Champions League when it was coming. There's a difference. This one's won nothing. All he did was a half-season magic. Now just wowed us or wow some people.
All right, you've said what you've said.
Nothing more. Oh.
But what?
Rich
But if he does win, what would you say then?
You know, there's nothing to say because he can't win. If he does win, this it is your side now. Now that I say it,
All right.
keep dreaming. Manchester United fans can keep dreaming.
All right.
Edo E. Manchester United, Michael Carrick can't win the Premier League, can't finish second or third. If he finishes in the top four, you should thank Jesus Christ. A good finish in the Champions League should be not getting knocked out in the group stage. See, try and win an FA Cup or the Carabao Cup. That's what you'll be aiming for. Not try to be thief trophies or
They're not trying to steal trophies,
then how did you come from nowhere?
but you must
You want to
understand.
win go for the league immediately.
Yeah, because if United and they're reinforcing, if you do very well, you also get.
Then we're a wicked person.
How you?
Manchester United didn't play Champions League. This is in the finally entered Champions League. They just started though. He not even said they should start building. Start thinking of how they will plan their future ahead. He start to win the Premier League now. Oh yeah, LG.
I said they could also. I said they could also finish second. All right, so I put out my neck on the line.
Yes, he put his neck on the line. Man, you will win the league. If they don't win the league, you will finish second. If they don't finish second, come for him.
All right, second, let's go to Xabi Alonso's Chelsea.
Okay.
Now, Alonso, we know as a very tactical manager. We understand that when he was at Leverkusen, we saw the amazing job that he did there. Won all the games in the league, won all the games in the Europa League except one. Won almost. In fact, he won the game, I think, in the cup. He was about to do an entire treble season, not losing a single game until the final against Atalanta.
Boniface no break.
Adeloma Lookman.
Okay, sorry. I say Boniface. That I'm my best friend, but I too like that guy. Look, man. I just Gatrick.
Yes.
I can never forget that match.
Now, he went to Real Madrid.
I didn't even believe that Tata would win that match. I swear, I was expecting Leverkusen to do the treble.
Leverkusen were always coming back to great start.
Lukman just no will bring.
Yes. Nigerian people, we not agree. We not agree. Nothing.
Now, he had that. We went to Real Madrid. We saw that he had issues there, and he didn't go out as best as he could. He started well with Madrid, but Atletico 5-2. It was going good, then everything, just fell apart for him.
Just the players, Madrid, the players always favorite think they are bigger than the coach. Thank God we have Mourinho. Oh, no grief for any of those players.
True. Now he's at Chelsea. He's not playing any competition on the continent. He only has local competitions to face. Carabao Cup,
It's
FA
why I
Cup.
feel like Chelsea will do well. I feel like Chelsea will even do better than Man. Why are not playing Europe? There's no distraction. It's Europe that always stress and tire these teams out, or make them not able to win the league, or sometimes finish well, because it's always distract them. I want to use one piece of derby. You were playing the Europa Conference, and they were fighting relegation last season. You should already know that.
Nottingham Forest.
Instead of them to focus on the league that they will be relegated, they were so focused on Euro.
Yeah, and they got to the semi-finals.
Yeah, they didn't win it.
And then they lost to Aston Villa, but
So that's it. Son.
and good thing they also managed to escape relegation as well.
God save them, oh. God save them. If not, it will have blown up in their place. But those are the kind of things that happen when you're in Euro. Bring the start up. Because games come Tuesday, to Thursday. Sometimes they start coming back to back. Play Tuesday, Wednesday. You play weekend. You come back again. Set up the next week. So already, you already fake 3 games in 1 week. If I'm looking at Manchester United, I'm like, no. There's no way you can win the league or finish second. Because when these games are coming at this rapid speed, you don't have the depth or the kind of players to handle this kind of games. I don't think so. Even Chelsea, if you're in Europe, I will tell you that they won't do well. Because right now, what Alonso needs to do is build. Chelsea are in total disarray. He can't even be saying he wants to win league. Is he mad? If he says he wants to win league, he wants to be dreaming. Put the team well first in order. Let them know what they're doing. Get them organized. He took to try and aim for the Epic Cup or the Carabao Cup. Finish well in the league. Get the top 4 finish. For me, that is great for Alonso. It's the best finish he can ever get. In his first season, you finish the top 4, you win the Epic Cup. Good. You're back in Champions League. Next season, you cannot start saying you want to try and win this league. But if you say like this, you want to compete for the league already. That next season, where you should be trying to enjoy what you have already laid down, you will continue struggling and building. So everybody should be honest with themselves and truthful. What can we achieve? What can I achieve with what I have on ground or in hand? Chelsea can win the cup, FA Cup or Carabao Cup. That is the best finish that Xabi Alonso will get. That's the best finish Xabi Alonso will get.
Anyway, one key thing that we also need to realize is to move to Liverpool. Under Ancelotti, the team was in so much disarray. They won the league the season before, but everything fell apart. And if there's one thing we learned in football, is that a team had to be very compact, has to be able to defend properly. Whether you are pressing high up or sitting in a low block, you have to make it very difficult for your opponents to score against. But last season, Liverpool were kind of very, very open. Now, they have Andoni Raola. Because before Salah left, he said Liverpool needed to get high energy, high octane, heavy metal pressing football. They have that in Andoni Raola. He's never coached at the highest level. But here's a man who went with Rayo Vallecano, a team that was not doing so well, brought them from the second division. He got to La Liga, helped them to stabilize. Came to Bournemouth. He's had an amazing season. I don't think the second half of last season he lost a game at all. Didn't lose a single game. Now he's done all of that at the middle table clubs in Bournemouth and a relegation threatening club at Rayo Vallecano. Now he's made a step up to Liverpool. What is there to expect from you? Can he replicate what we've seen? Bear in mind that if you listen to players like Antonio Semenyo, played for him at Brentford, he says the man, he loves to have a lot of running. He demands a lot from his players, sometimes asking them to come and just run. The physical demands a lot. Now, the question is, there's a way in which you can demand from average players. When players seem to believe that they're better than that, again, they might not want to put in the work. That's true. That's one. Two, if the players don't see you as a manager that is all conquering, a big, iconic manager, they might also be reluctant to say, hey, who does this guy think he is? Even if we are bringing in new ideas. So, how do you think this manager, who has shown us that he is very good, he's very intelligent, because we've seen the work he's done, how do you think he would do at Liverpool, knowing that Liverpool is a massive, massive, massive club?
Well, for me, Anthony Raiola will compete. Definitely he will compete. He knows this league well. So it's like me, I will give it to him. Anthony Raiola will compete with Liverpool. And Liverpool already, they're a good squad. Me, I already feel like Liverpool are complete. You just needed a good coach. I already got the coach in Anthony Raiola. So definitely, yes, he will compete. But be with Arsenal. And Anthony Raiola will use experience. I also want to really see him. He has done well with small clubs. So I want to see what he can do with big club. It's a big club. Hopefully he succeeds and doesn't fuck it up. Hopefully. Because there will be no excuses. Liverpool is a big team and they have big players. So there's no reason why Liverpool will not win the title at least. Or compete for the league. If Liverpool is not winning the league, they should be finishing second.
All right.
One I'm expecting to stretch Arsenal all the way this coming season. They are Manchester City.
All right. But there's something you said there. You mentioned that he will compete, he's a good manager, but there's something you said against Michael Carrick I'm going to bring here. That Michael Carrick has not won anything. He hasn't won anything. So how do we expect that a manager who has not won anything
Experience.
would...
Experience. That's what I told him. He has experience. He knows the big well. He has experience. He done this. Small teams. I'm expecting them to compete it easy. To big. You can navigate yourself around it. Done the same with small teams. Carrick was giving a caretaker job with input heights. He done with small teams. He's pretty good. Manchester City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United. Big teams. Teams that needed wins desperate times. And he beat them. He didn't agree for them. Times he will not agree, he will draw. So, Raiola is quality. That's always shown it. That is why. It's proven and tested. And Carrick is not. Carrick is not proven and tested. Carrick is half season we saw now.
All right.
So, me, I know if you use half season to judge person. This one is long half season he did. And full season. We don't do full season many, many times. And he has given it. Even his team didn't want him to leave now. They were begging him to stay. That's how good of a manager he is. Yeah.
Now, we'll talk about a manager who, this manager has worked wonders in his career. First, went to Frankfurt, won the Europa League, then left Frankfurt and decided to go to Crystal Palace, won the FA Cup, won the Community Shield, won the Europa Conference League. He's won everything. Unfortunately, the way the season panned out, the top clubs, he couldn't get the job there. Now, he's at Nottingham Forest. Remember, this Nottingham Forest finished in the semi-finals of the Europa League, only losing to eventual winners Aston Villa. With a manager like that has shown us that he he has won the biggest trophies apart from the Champions League with the smallest clubs. Do you think he's going to continue to work that miracle at a club like Nottingham Forest?
What I'm talking about now?
No. Sorry, we're talking about Oliver Glasner.
Oh, oh, another fantastic. Well, Napa. He did well with Crystal Palace.
Yes.
Why I love Rodrigo, remember what he told the fans when the fans were saying, "Yeah, you should leave that club off." Like, I love that statement in the press conference. I told them, he said it like Crystal Palace forgotten mood, yeah. He said, "I did a big club." Then I said, "She's that is not now with you."
He is. I think it's also the reason why
How big with it?
I was thinking some clubs, big clubs, were reluctant to go for him because you know
Because now with it.
he's
That's why Liverpool didn't sign him. If not, I wish that we you could pick them over Iraola.
yes.
Aye, he has a title.
He doesn't even just have three titles. He has titles. He has
But I'm sorry for that. Oliver Gazna, I'm sorry for that.
he has all the titles. The only thing he's missing is the Champions League and the World Cup.
And control of his anger.
Yeah,
Anger management.
but you know, for a man who's won all those with the smallest clubs,
Oliver Gazna.
maybe not the biggest clubs.
Oh, no, he's trying. He's a fantastic manager.
He has other issues though.
Only at Manchester United not had Michael Carrick, I would have said they should have gone for him. But like you said, anybody were just skeptical and looking at.
So there was always reports that Man United where they had their eye on him.
Yeah,
And that was the reason why. But there's no way you can take away Carrick
everybody just
for what
everybody wanted Carrick to get his chance.
and he has gotten his chance.
And I feel it would be bad because now he get his chance.
Oh yes, he would.
Yeah, at a big club. But first, he needs to work on himself. That's true. Miss work.
His anger is incredible. That is
And then again, on another level.
is
You know, like, if you really want coaching Liverpool now.
yes, he should have. Such a fantastic manager with his 3-4-3 and but
So yeah, coming back to the Nottingham job, I'm expecting at least a top 10 finish. Or Nottingham Forest with Oliver Glasner. Yeah,
so
we will. But I'm not going in Europe this time around.
yes.
So just focus on the league, focus on Carabao Cup, focus on Neddy Cup. Should be able to finish even. Should be able to finish top 8. Nottingham Forest. Should be able to finish top 8. Nottingham Forest is a quality team. They have decent players. Yeah. And with Oliver Glasner, Nottingham Forest should be able to finish the top 8. I believe so.
Now, the question I'm going to ask now is where does Nottingham Forest, and this question I would also repeat it for us for Crystal Palace, where does Nottingham Forest, what do they do now? Because they've seen themselves. They've played at the semi-finals. And just like West Ham, who at some point won the conference, got to quarterfinal of the Europa League, were doing so well like that before eventually getting relegated last season. Does West Ham, I'm sorry saying West Ham, does Nottingham Forest with Oliver Glasner, like you say, go for a top 8 finish, yes, but also look at becoming a team that competes in Europe? Or tell yourself, let's not get too distracted. If we get the occasional Euro, fine, but let's just compete. Let's try to just be finishing in the top half of the table.
Well, they can compete for Europa Conference.
No, right? That's true.
Try. Less superpower. Compete for the Europa League. Upon up. What conference is that best?
Now, let's come to
Europa Conference, best finish.
all right, let's come to another team. Not the big team in the Premier League, but by what they've been doing, which is Oliver Glasner's previous team. Where do Crystal Palace go from here? One, they won the conference last season. The season before that, they won the FA Cup and then opened the season with winning the Community Shield. Now, they got the manager of Lens, who finished second in the Ligue 1. What happens now? A manager who went head to head with one of the best coaches in the world in Luis Enrique. What does Crystal Palace do? Because if you're a Crystal Palace executive, the board, what will you be expecting this season? Do you say, what we've been winning is now to go to the next level? Because of course now then the Europa League, based on the fact that they won the Conference League. So what would you be expecting from this new coach, and where do Crystal Palace go from here?
Well, Crystal Palace have made a statement and have made it very clear. The coach they hired is crystal clear with that kind of statement. They want to compete. Can't go and collect a lens coach. Tell me, don't want to compete. Want to compete. They don't want to struggle again. They don't want to be fighting for relegation or all those kind of bottom tier. No, they have tasted success, and now they want more. You're the same fans complaining about Oliver Glasner now.
True.
They want Oliver Glasner to go. That's the one thing about life. Human beings, once they taste one small success like this, yeah, your body no go agree. Oh, you go one more. You go to switch you. So Crystal Palace at this moment, they want more. They want to win. If they cannot win Carabao, win Epic Cup, they cannot win Epic Cup. Oh yeah, let us go back to you. They shall won't compete, and they want to be here. So definitely, Crystal Palace have made a statement and made it clear with manager that they have signed. We want to compete. That's what we want to be.
All right. So we've been able to talk about Crystal Palace. People might be wondering, why have we not spoken about Manchester City? We did that extensively. I think in the previous podcast we spoke about Manchester City. The only question we would ask when it comes to Manchester City is, do you think that we will see Eliana score the same number of goals as he was scoring before?
Oh, what do you mean the same number of goals he has been scoring before? What do you mean? Because he scores different number of goals. He scored different number of goals last season. He scored the lower rate of the one he scored when he first season.
So normally, when you hear of Haaland, if Haaland is doing, let's say Haaland is having a bad season, he's doing maybe 20 goals or 17 goals, but he always maintains high levels. Is he going to keep on replicating those high levels? Because you're not saying, oh, score 40 goals, no. But is he going to keep on maintaining those high levels? Because he's always highest goal scorer thereabouts.
Haaland will always be highest goal scorer. Nothing is going to change. Not because Maresca is there. That was not the one that made Haaland. Haaland has been scoring goals since he was in Borussia Dortmund. I remember having a conversation with one of my friends years back. Then Haaland first came to Manchester City. He told me, he said, Haaland will tear your ego. He will. He said, will tear this Premier League. All of us saying, a lie. Premier League is not like that, blah, blah. On the scoring was laughing at us. So that's the honest to God truth. Haaland wasn't made in England. No, Haaland wasn't made by Guardiola.
Yes, that's true.
Haaland will succeed. Haaland succeeded in the World Cup. Now, first World Cup, 7 goals. What are you telling me?
The goals.
And asking me where Haaland will score what? Haaland will score at least 20 goals this season. At least 20 goals in the Premier League season. Whether you want to hire Antelope, Caterpillar, or Lizard. Haaland okay. Just give him ball, he will score. That's what he does for him.
True.
That's his job.
Now, let's go back to Liverpool for a bit. Because I just remember we didn't touch this issue. Liverpool have lost one of their biggest talisman, the best goal scorer, Salah. Up till now, there's no replacement. Maybe they'll do business before the transfer window ends. We have 2 weeks to the end of the transfer window, by the way. Well, we'll see what happens. How does this affect Liverpool's campaign this season?
Oh, damn. Taking me up by this Saturday. Those cheerleaders. Shock me, yeah, Liverpool meeting at and keep Salah. Salah now has left. I think he went to Trabzonspor. So
Yes.
I went to Pets. It's a big miss. So, and I've seen no one find replacement for Salah. So he only needs to find replacement for Salah, or to really affect him in that competition. He's competing for the league with Arsenal because he will need goal scorer. Very important. And Salah is a proven goal scorer. All goal scorer, he was scoring goals until that stupid man started spoiling his life last season. So Iraola should try and find the beginning of Salah this season, or that gap will fill it. This that bastard that they sack instead PP down when he started to put Salah on the bench. So if Iraola does not find somebody that can fill up that void, who will feel I'm going?
All right, so now let's say this first. Your top four for this season in the Premier League.
Yeah. Arsenal, Manchester City, Liverpool, Manchester United. Arsenal, Manchester City, Liverpool, Manchester United.
All right, that's your top four. All right, okay. Now, this is crazy, but let's just take a gamble. Which man in there do you think will be one of the first to get sacked?
Michael Carrick.
There is also Giuseppe at Spurs, but if you say Michael Carrick, it's fine. If you say Michael Carrick, it's also
Well, he didn't give me options like asking me. He didn't talk about Spurs, so
that's even true.
but the Zerbi can't be sacked at Spurs.
We haven't even spoken about Spurs.
In Spurs is relaxed. He just saved them. So if there's someone that can be sacked,
But I
I
mean,
think it's Michael Carrick.
all right, fine. Why do you think it will be Michael Carrick?
Unless they want to calm down again and start the impatience. Because me, I'll tell you, if Michael Carrick doesn't get the result. Man didn't want to sign Michael Carrick. Man were pressured to sign Michael Carrick by former players. All Man United legends. And I might just hate that club. The fact that all the legends that one CEO always took him out and be trying to do business in the club or tell the club who should pursue, or I don't understand them. What's the other one already? There are times they ask the management didn't really want to get Carrick on board on a permanent deal. What they saw was, okay, we did well, fine. But all your friends, all your former teammates, all those ladies, they no agree. And all of them just convinced Man U to sign Carrick. That is why. Carrick was not that option. Carrick was not Man United's first option. Never. Carrick was just the choice. The choice they accepted. So that's why I feel like Carrick will go. Iraola just came in. They are not going to sack Iraola. Nah, you're going to give Iraola some time now. And I'm not expecting Iraola to come and do the magic this season. No. Is it Alonso you want to sack? I feel like Alonso is at the club where he's going to be very, very much relaxed. Chelsea won't sack Alonso anytime soon. No. Then what do you want to mention again? Oh, Arsenal, Arteta. No. Yes, I will make Arteta. They get to push it out of the top, which is impossible. That would be total madness. So there's no way they will sack Arteta.
Deserve even though
The person who can be sacked to me is Michael Carrick.
yeah, sure, and deserve a lot of money was spent, but on players,
Yes,
but
Deserbi already did some magic.
he has done
last
it.
season.
He already
So that
saved-
magic he did. Now he saved Tottenham. See, Tottenham won't forget that one for now.
because they look dead.
They were dead. No, they look dead. Tottenham were dead. All of us dead. Nobody that could resurrect them.
Yes, they had a couple of managers, but they didn't.
Deserbi just took it as a challenge on top himself. Even at the point in time, I was looking at him like, you go die here.
But I kept saying, I kept saying,
No, now he needed to.
I think he was safe.
No, now he did it. Even he was saying that sometime in the press conference that the players didn't even believe in himself anymore.
Yes,
He tried though. So that's what his team. So Deserbi not going anywhere anytime soon.
sure.
The man who can be sacked is Carrick. And that's if maybe Manchester United really are hungry for success. But they relaxed him. And they have always shown with Sire and others that former past manager. Carrick will say won't stay. Actually, if they fail and he go, they stay. All the informal team will go just they talk for him. How that they doing that man job. Now, Ebra go come, Penna go come. For what? I don't play for finish, go. All the poor man for club. I Ferguson go want talk. Why? Why? Let the club and let the club operate the way it is. Ronaldo is not talking in Madrid business. Madrid won't even listen to him. What the fuck? I Messi will be talking in Barcelona business. Ronaldo go. I be Raul, all of them will be coming back and be saying what? I be saying, this one now. No. Madrid, they get that kind of time. Or Barcelona. You know, they do all this kind of rubbish things. Now you get that kind of time. Why Carrick PC even stay? What? The name I can be sacked is still back at Carrick.
Now, another question to you: which team do you think would be a team that that might surprise you? Maybe from what you've seen from last season.
Chelsea.
So Chelsea is the
Surprise. What is going to surprise me is Chelsea.
Chelsea's your surprise.
Surprise. Eh? Arteta. What happened? Ah, Omo. It's Chelsea. Oh. I'm looking at that Alonso with one eye. Ajay. That guy,
I think so too. He did so well. It's been one game per season. One game
Look
per.
with one eye.
He's
It's
doing-
game. They are not in Europe. Oh.
Yeah, he's playing very serious.
What he did with Leverkusen, he's suspect. Everybody better put eyes on him.
Training. He is a very good manager.
So it's
Now,
Chelsea. Oh. If anybody can surprise us this coming season, it's Chelsea.
all right. Now, another question for you. And that question is: which team do you think? And they don't have to. Which teams do you think will be in a relegation fight this season?
Coventry will go back. See, it's sure for me. I know they look Lampard, they laugh am. As you dey come, you dey go back. As you dey come, that's where you dey go. That's where you dey come, that's where you dey go. So Coventry is going. I feel like Coventry will fight that relegation battle very well and very deep.
We again will I say? Because it's a very difficult season now. To be very, I can't really put on. I can't really say that's the honest God truth.
But okay, you're fine. You're very
Coventry for me.
Coventry is one.
That Lampard. Lampard is suspect. He's in championship. He's king.
Yes.
And normally, Baba, you failed too many times. With Chelsea again, with Everton today. Now he's here with Coventry.
Mm-hmm.
He will go back. But I don't know who will follow him. Oh. I don't know the remaining people who will follow him. But I know he will go back.
Now, before this, let me ask you this question. I'll give you a name. I'll give you some names of new signings, and I want you to tell me, out of these new signings, those you think will do well and those you think they will flop. Now, Morgan Rogers moved from Aston Villa to Chelsea for 170 million. Is now a Chelsea midfielder. That's one player. Then, of course, we have Garnacho is on loan from Chelsea to Aston Villa with the option to buy, I think 40 million to buy. Then we also have Carlos Baleba when he becomes complete to Man United. We have who again? We have Andre Santos at Man United. We have those. We have Tielemans at Man United, and of course, we know that these players are there. At Spurs, we have one of the best midfielders, Sandro Tonali. At Spurs, we have that. We have Matheus Fernandes, a player who's relegated two teams back to back. Has been relegated twice with two different teams. Now, Spurs was a quality player, and Bruno Guimaraes at Arsenal. Now, out of this, I want to focus on these three players, or the more than three, but the ones I mentioned. Who do you think will have a very good season, and who do you think?
How many players are we talking about? You mentioned like 6.
Yes, just pick any two of your choice that you think will do well, and anyone you think might not do well. Garnacho to Vera is on loan.
So has to reinvent himself back. He knows he's even desperate for it because he got not.
I'm Aston Villa, just keep. And if he cannot secure this permanently with Aston Villa, he'll never spot that. Or no other football.
the club in a rubbish club. So this is where his light lie. That rubbish to do with Chelsea. I was more serious. Cannot try it here. He has to be serious now with his career and play good football and be on his top there. But this another person is the one suspect I'm pushing them where I will flop. Canacho. All right. Suspect on Andre Santos too. Those two players. All right, I can say Tillemans spotted. Those for I'm going to take it to me now. I'm more than that. They look at me side eye. But maybe I'm sad, but that Ganacho. Well, I don't think he will be able to revamp himself in Aston Villa. And the second player I mentioned was his name again?
Yeah, some player you mentioned
Andre Santos
Andre Santos.
of Manchester United.
Yes.
I don't think he will be able to do any magic.
Push.
He's going to disappoint. All right.
Player you think you would not disappoint?
Bruno Guimaraes.
All right, but then Guimaraes.
Fantastic. The best buy Arsenal could ever get.
Quite true. It's an amazing player. He brings a lot in terms of he's an all-round box midfielder. He can attack, he can defend, he can shoot, he can score. Yeah, he can run up and down. He is intelligent in different ways. His passing is amazing.
Is that Fernandez?
Show Spurs.
Eh?
Yes,
Spurs, I mean.
yes. From West Ham.
Nishi. Can't really see it. Come on, that way. The two teams. But these are not kind of get out. No, he won. But there's another player that also needs to revamp himself, just like Canacho. And that's to prove to all that he's not carrying bad luck up and down. Yes, now.
True.
Because imagine clubs are chasing you, but you're just relegating them. No makes sense. And you're not running the way after you relegate them. So I don't know if that matters. But him will block. I can't say he'll be fantastic there. But Bruno Guimaraes, oh, let me think another person that will go by that way. Not really anything.
All right.
It's just Bruno Guimaraes.
All right. So we've done our preview of the Premier League season. We've spoken about who we think will do well, who we think will do so well. We've mentioned a couple of signings. We talked about how we expect the teams to perform, the managers, and everyone involved in the team. And that is all for us at Throughball Podcast. I am Toby Peter, and then he is
IQ, official IQ.
Official IQ. So you can follow him on Twitter at Official
IQ.
IQ, and you can follow me at keep it_tactical. Everything football. There you can find me. Yes, tactical pieces, non-tactical pieces, just everything you want to talk about, we can talk about it. For IQ, he gives you everything. Everything. When I talk about everything, he's everything. Craziness, madness, everything that concerns football and non-football. He's explosive, entertainment, he's everything. So until we see next time, this is True Ball. Oh, this is True Football. We are so excited for the new season. And we're looking forward to the new season with you. By the time we'll be back next week, it will be so much fun. I mean, the league season will be opening on Friday, and I think we will be here having so much fun. Until that time, ciao.